Yeah, tell him about it. What the fuck? Yeah. Hey, right? Hit a 10-leg parlay every fucking day. Vegas fucking calling me, telling me, hey, you gotta stop. So you roll, you fucking doing. Man, I'm robbing you guys, get used to it. Hey, I can't be stopped, I'm blasting off. Rocket ship, I'm checking lines. Yeah, you know I'm hitting on like 10 legs every other day. And I put in a teaser that I know is gonna pay like +6, 7, 8, 9. I hit them all the time. God damn, I need a dime like 10K, so you know I put it in. No run first, and I guarantee it wins. I never lose. I'm about to booze. I'm feeling rude. I'm that dude. I'm that dude. I'm that dude. I'm betting money. It ain't funny. I'm with your honeys drinking honey. Red rummy saying murder on the books. I'm a crook. You know I don't pay taxes. I cook. Ha, yeah, I'm getting it up. When I lose another bet, then I double it up. I'm a chaser, but never with the liquor. Only on the bets, bitch. It's how I get richer. Ha, I'm a dickhead. You can,
Yes, sir.
you can fucking call me Richard. Yeah, but I'll never be stopped. I'm breaking all these books till I.
All right. Let's go. Plus money week 6. The NFL, strange ass year. Pork chop back again here with Hoagie. We got a little different setup. Things finally look evolved a little better around here, at least. We're not happy from the bets I made last week, but at least happy from that. Did something productive from last weekend. Oh, you got any observations from last weekend? I mean, a lot of weird games. Ravens were weird. The Bengals kind of got right. We lost Justin Jefferson out in the Vikings. I mean, going back to Thursday, what a game. The Bears get their first win. Bears finally bear down and get it done. Can they follow it up in week 3 and continue to anger their fans more with by at least losing out on pick position?
Yeah, I sure hope not. I don't think that they can beat Minnesota. They played some suspect teams the past 2 weeks against Denver and Washington. So, um, yeah, I'm not worried about losing, or I guess I'm not worried about us winning, since that's what I care. Uh, yeah, I'm not worried about us beating the Vikings though. No shot.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking no Justin Jefferson, maybe no problem this week, but we'll get into that game a little bit later. Start it off now, get our quick rundown in, starting with the Thursday night like usual. We got the
Yep.
Broncos Chiefs. Oh man, I left my notebook outside, but I think I just did
Broncos.
I just did these
100.
bets. I think they're fresh on the mind. Yeah, I'm sitting you got Broncos. You think they can cover a little spread action? 10.5
I think
is
they
pretty
covered the
high.
spread. Yeah, I mean, Chiefs traditionally don't cover spreads. They don't cover high spreads, and they don't cover spreads specifically against the Broncos. It's a train bet. I mean, obviously anything can happen, but if you want a good spot to be in where you'll win most of the time, or at least you'll win after you do it multiple times, this is the spot. Take Broncos 10.5.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm sure of that.
I'm kind
No
of
brainer.
thinking the under is going to come in. There's some high wins in
Yeah, I would
Kansas
love the
City
under in this
today.
game.
You know how prime time games go. Typically Thursdays and Mondays are coming in low.
Mhm.
The game, I'm not really a spread better on this game. I like Isaiah Pachenko over 12.5 receiving, or over 13.5 if it's gone up at all. But yeah, I like him to have a big game. And then people are kind of in on who's that other tight end
Wilson.
the Wilson for
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson, the Rice guy for Kansas City. His over on receptions about
Richie
2.5
Rice or
or
whatever.
3.5. People are kind of high on that one, but I'm looking at Pachenko over on his receptions. Chiefs have historically used their running backs in the pass attack more when they've played the Broncos. So I'd look for a little of that, one dump off pass to Pachenko for 15 yards. There you go, cash that. As long as he doesn't take a loss the rest of the game. Yeah, spread,
Yeah.
kind of not looking too
Good
much
player
towards that. But Kelsey's
I
in
like it.
tonight. Yeah, Broncos suck.
Kelsey sucks. Kelsey sucks. Chiefs
Kelsey's
suck.
be too focused on Swift to be doing anything.
Yeah,
Look
fuck
for
him.
some low scoring action. Chiefs win. Blah blah blah. Boring. Not much going on there. We got another big fucking London matchup. What do you think about the Ravens Titans? You got any observations?
Fuck the Titans, man. I just don't know how to feel about them. Um, they seem to stay in games, and I don't really know how. They don't have an offensive line, so I mean, I'd
Yeah,
be all over. I'd be all over Ravens -4, but you know, it burnt me last week. But it's one of those things where I'm not gonna let last week affect me too much. I'm just gonna head down. The Ravens is a better team. I think they have the defense to really put the pressure on Tannehill, and I believe in Roquan to help the run game. He's the leader. He'll stop the run game.
yeah. Ravens are second in the league with yards per play and yards per game. I believe they're basically
Yeah,
second ranked defense right now, right behind the Browns. Last week defense was good. They don't play the Titans real well, but
really.
this is a
That's
London game again,
cool.
so things are weird. The big thing of this might be battle of the jet lag. Ravens flew out on Monday, so they've been there. They've been
Okay.
getting their sleep in. Titans flew out today after practice. So a little bit of a weirder move. They're not going to be there till tomorrow. Saturday probably take a while to recover, and then right into the game on 9:30 Sunday morning or 8:30. And going to be a little odd, I think. So Ravens might get that. Yeah, those in-flight meals
That's weird.
though, they could be knowing Vrabel. He could have the boys roided up with some juice on their in-flight meal, and they would just come out. There's not even going to be any jet lag. They're going to be awake for 72 hours, treat it as a business trip, and be right back at it.
72 hours.
Oh, the one I was kind of looking at this, I had the alt on Lamar Jackson over 50 rushing yards. He's hit his over in rushing like 43 or more. He's cleared 50 in every game except the first one of the season where he didn't have that many rushing attempts anyway. And then another game, he's pretty much cleared it every week except early
Gotcha.
season. So I'm kind of looking for that action too. But yeah, other than that, I'm not too big on any spread. I was kind of leaning Titans +4 just because weird things happen. Titans might keep it
Yeah,
close.
getting them with a field goal is not a bad spot to have them. That's for sure. I would probably find myself taking the Ravens -4, but if I don't know. I just don't think that was a good representation of them last week.
Yeah,
But then
Ravens.
again, the fumbles are an issue.
That's
So
what I was gonna say. They're just having a
it's
problem
like that
holding
was
on
a
to the
real
ball.
issue.
It's
That
been all
wasn't fair.
year. They lost every game they've had. Lamar is just getting stripped from behind, just being
Yeah,
careless with the
it's too
ball.
common. So this is the same fear I have with this Vikings Bears game that's you're looking at next. Is the Vikings just turn the ball over so much, dude.
Yeah, good point.
Like they could have beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs were beatable, but they're just fumbling the ball left and right.
No Justin
Yeah,
Jefferson this week.
I can't believe the predicted scores in the Bears' favor. That's crazy. Could be value on Bears money line. Definitely value on a Bears +3 there. You can get them a field goal, 3.5 for the hook. Like it's not a bad spot. Looks like based on the way they're listed, we're in Chicago.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's your game. What do you think?
If there's might be a weather issue in this game. Rain's expected in Chicago, but I mean, if you live in Illinois, that doesn't mean anything with a weather forecast 2 or 3 days in advance. I'll be looking at that weather report up to game time because I think this game could easily go over 43 or 44. The last time these teams played in October in Chicago, it wasn't too long ago. I think maybe last season before, it was 29-22. A lot of their previous matchups, both teams score in the 20s. So I'm looking at maybe 50, 51, 52 on this one if the rain's not too much of an issue. And then I did have this as I started to write, no Justin Jefferson, and then I changed it into a question. I said, no Justin Jefferson, no problem. I like the
Yeah,
Vikings money line -3. I think they're going to cover. Their
yeah.
defense
-145 is not bad.
defense is better than the Commanders was previously. I know they're on the road, but the Vikings have some receivers that have stepped up. I mean, well, Osborne, Addison, they've both been pretty outstanding. So I don't think I think the Bears will take a step back. I think this is an overreaction on the Bears offense.
This is their spot. This is their spot to figure out or tell the world: are we being overreacted to, or are we the team that we were supposed to be at the beginning of the season? So yeah, this will be the first real test where we can see if these last 2 weeks were a fluke or not.
Yep,
I'm actually excited just to watch that game as a fan.
The offense is getting hot, so it'll be really interested to see that one.
Yeah. But is it really hot? That's where we're at. We don't know. So.
And then coming
Oh,
on.
look at that, bro! Commanders Falcons.
What you thinking?
That's a good one, dude. That's a good one. Commanders Falcons is interesting because both these teams just, I don't feel like they can get going. But Ritter looked good last week, I won't lie.
Yeah.
Ritter made some plays. It's like, and that's the same kind of spot. It's like, was that real or not? I don't think it was. Ritter's not.
I'll be honest. Let me I just spent yesterday actually about 20 minutes breaking down Desmond Ritter film. And it was from the early season. But like you said, I just don't think he's there. I mean, I'm going to need to see more than that one game. Yeah. And that was against a Texans defense. Let's remember, not the best in the world. Yeah. They're going against the Commanders, who Justin Fields just shredded with DJ Moore. So if there is a time to get right and repeat your performance, I mean, I think this is the ample opportunity if your offensive line holds up. But yeah, breaking down that tape, I did not see a lot of good. It took him a long time to throw a ball down the field. But
so
what are you thinking on this one?
My biggest prediction is I am absolutely rock stone hard for Bijan Robinson, and I think he's just gonna be the fucking workhorse in this game. I'm harder than a diamond in an ice storm for that -2.5. Honestly, Sam Howell threw the ball like shit against the Bears practice squad defense. Like, the Falcons actually have a good secondary. They're the first secondary to give Stroud some actual resistance. Yep. And yeah, I mean, Sam Howell just did not. He looked like her. He didn't look like him. He looked like her. So I'm all over the
Samantha Howell.
Yeah, bro. Samantha.
Chat's calling to bench Samantha Howell. Okay.
Yeah, I'm rock hard for a field goal for the Falcons at home, bro.
Yeah, I have
Falcons. Desmond Ritter's undefeated at home.
Looking for a circus touchdown. Hey, I'm a big Sam Howell hater. I have been all year. He just kind of showed me wrong in that Eagles game. I don't know what was up with that game. I think that Eagles game must have been kind of fluky.
Divisional game.
You're right. Those are always get weird. I don't pay attention enough to that division. Okay. But moving on there, yeah. The over-under I was kind of looking at. This is like the score of every Falcons game is like 22, to 24 or something, which I think the over-under is kind of set great, but I really like the over. Like you said, I think the Commanders can kind of run the ball and move it, similar to the Texans did last week, and then the Falcons, if Ritter moves it down the field, gets a couple chunk plays against that weak secondary, some quick touchdowns early, the scripted plays work out. I really like the over on this game.
Yeah, I'll kind of second that over, not only because the Falcons can move the ball in offense, short field if they get an interception on defense, just swings those points. I really think I would put the over 0, or I don't know, however I'm going to say, over a half interception for Sam Howell is a bet I would take this week. Like, he's gonna throw one.
I like that. These
on
quarterbacks
the road against that defense, he's not it.
Yeah, look for them to try to move the ball down. Maybe throw some picks on third down when they risk it. Yeah, I like that. Okay, getting out of there though, kind of a stinky game. There's not too many amazing matchups this week. This was a game that was on my top to watch on just what is gonna tell me like about these teams. I think both really are fighting for a playoff spot. Bengals can turn around that and win the division. Seahawks got the Niners in their division, but they're looking at that top wild card at least. Seahawks weak ass secondary. So I'm looking for Joe Burrow to kind of continue the trend and get right. Besides, they have that one cornerback from Illinois,
Yeah, Witherspoon. He's
Witherspoon out
scary.
there.
He's the anomaly. The secondary sucks, but he is just something different, man.
Bengals defense is
Yeah.
pretty weak. I kind of look for Geno Smith to move the ball. And in this game, what are you thinking in this one? I don't know if I have a
It's
lean
tough.
on this one.
If this is the number you give me, I'm taking the Bengals minus
At
2.5.
home.
Yep. But if you give me a 3 or a 3.5, sorry. Thoughts on Pete Carroll chewing gum choice this week?
Yeah, I was thinking my money would be on Big League Chew, grape flavor.
Big Red, man.
At
Big
underdog. Red. Ooh, that's got to be plus 900 on some Big Red.
Yeah,
you think you can sustain
nobody
that?
Thinks
I mean,
about
you're
Big
already
Red.
sweating on the side. Maybe in the winter months, it's getting
It
cold.
hot.
It could warm the body up on the
hot
sideline.
seat.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you give me an alt, or if the line even moved come Sunday or tomorrow to a 3, a +3, +3.5 Seahawks, I'll take that. Like this is really a whichever
this
side
could
you give
be
me. It's a field goal game, so whatever side you're giving me, I'm taking it. Yeah, and I assume Witherspoon will be. I don't know how Seahawks play their secondary or their corners, if it's like matched up or they hold the same side. But assume you put Witherspoon, your best guy, on Chase, and that would be an interesting matchup if we got it.
Yeah, like I said, I look for this one to be close. I think I'd end up back in the home team because home teams it's usually where you give the points. I mean,
Kermit.
Yeah, old
Kermit?
Patrick. Mahomes over 250. All right, moving on from, we were just talking about Desmond Ridder facing his toughest test. Or CJ Stroud, facing his toughest test in the Falcons secondary. Which I think now he faces that same type of deal. That steps it up even more and goes to face his toughest test again, battling the Saints defense. Saints are some road dogs. They travel well. They have the best road record in the NFL since, I think, going back to 20. Yeah, that's a good reason to. Back to 2020. They have, I believe, since beating the Panthers and the Pats, they're like 23 and single-digit losses in their record. And, I mean, because of that, their offense hasn't been cooking. But, dude, I'm loving the Saints' defense this week. I like the Saints to win here. I mean, look what they just did against the Pats. That's not saying much on that offense or anything. But I really like the Saints here on the money line or the spread. It's pretty much a pick 'em at that price. What are you thinking here?
Honestly, this is a tough game. This will be one that I'm just gonna enjoy to watch as a fan. But I am a CJ Stroud dick sucker. I love CJ Stroud. He came into the league and I was like, man, I hope this guy is gonna be good. Something about the way he sits in the pocket I really like. He's just that like tall pocket presence type of quarterback, and I was hoping he would be good, and he came out and he's been one of the best through 6 games or whatever, or 5 games. So doesn't say much, obviously. It's a long career to go, but so far, man, he is just laying the wood on these motherfuckers left and right. And if his defense would have held up last week, he would have had a fourth quarter game-winning drive. So yeah, I'm gonna take Texans. I would just obviously take the money line on them. I've been a big money line spread type of guy recently, but yeah, if you only give me a 1.5, fuck you, Vegas. I'll take the 105.
All right, there it's kind of similar to the Bengals Seahawks.
Yeah,
I guess ride the home team, ride the sexy QB. I mean, he doesn't seem
ride me.
He seems well ahead of we haven't seen Richardson enough, but definitely ahead of Bryce Young, and at times he even seemed ahead of Trevor Lawrence a little bit early in the season.
He's ahead of Anthony just because Anthony's a fucking emergency room Andy, bro. That guy ain't never getting out of the hospital.
He can't get it in his fucking mind to not take a massive hit to his shoulder.
Yeah, bro.
He sees He sees that he's taller than this, 6-foot linebacker, and he just doesn't understand the thickness of that NFL weight program. That's just
When
gonna
Batista comes out with a spear,
blow through your body.
getting fucking slammed.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. Kind of some more teams that Saints looking to win that division, depending on what the Bucks do. Texans also trying to fight for their division in a very close one. Colts, Titans, Texans, Jags.
You want
all
to
of
make
them.
money this week? If you want to make money this week, put your money on Texans, man. You ain't gonna go wrong.
Not against the road dogs.
Ah, man, we're on opposite sides of the coin. Bro, home dogs, baby.
All right, Niners, Browns. Niners been beating the shit out of everybody. They look crazy. The wild thing to me about this game is Deshaun Watson is still not practicing. If Deshaun Watson doesn't play in this game, get as much fucking money as you are allowed, as you are comfortable with, and just put it on the motherfucking Niners. We should have made this mistake when they played the Ravens and Deshaun wasn't playing. But
Bro, you hating on my boy DTR, bro?
DTR's not even gonna play.
Robinson.
Stop right there. Guess who they upgraded and passed him? PJ Walker. No.
They signed
Fuck
him?
DTR.
Oh.
Fuck PJ Walker. None of them are going to come in on whatever notice and beat the 49ers defense. But if Deshaun Watson plays, if the sexual offender gets in there, he might get a little offensive on that Niners defense. And I'm kind of looking at the spread because this might be Brock Purdy's toughest test ever. That Browns defense is the best in the NFL right now. And if there's ever going to be a test for Purdy, that Shanahan offense is brilliant. But I think it's going to be this week on the road in Cleveland. What about you?
Honestly, it's a good point. This will be a tough test in the Browns defense. But I think Brock Purdy throws for 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And I'm pretty sure the 49ers just walk through this Browns team. The Browns team's just, they're not it. Like, they are.
They never are.
This Browns team is like the 2000, mid 2000s, like Bears. They're all defense, no offense. You can't rely on it. Maybe one game out of the year, you have like the Monday night against the Cardinals where, the Bears defense scores 2 touchdowns and we win by a point. Like, the defense will win a game every now and then, right? You can't lean on it all year. You need an offense that can hold the ball, have some possession time, give your defense a rest, considering they're your whole team, and they just can't do that. They lost Chubb. The big old Dick Chubb, man, he's got his knees snapped in half. He ain't around no more. They got nobody to hand the ball off to, and Deshaun Watson's just a fucking bum. I think he comes out on the field high. I don't trust that guy. He looks like the guy that would. He's gripping a pen in his helmet.
He looks kind of depressed up there sometimes.
Yeah, Trent Williams slows everybody fast enough to get
30 over 36
Williams
is
does
low on
anything
this
he
game,
wants.
though.
Yeah, I agree, because McCaffrey's going to have 4 touchdowns himself.
Yeah, I mean, I would think... Oh, this is also, you could say, a Shanahan revenge game. He used to coach for the Browns or be a coordinator for the Browns.
Back in 1996, he was the ball boy when he was 8 years old.
Yeah, there they go. Revenge
Anytime
game.
you can find a revenge game, you call it out.
All right, we'll get out of there and head on to Indianapolis. Do you know the quarterback situation in this? I checked no injury reports. I don't know if Anthony Richardson's playing or if he's out.
He's out. He's on the IR.
Oh, he's on the IR? Okay. I haven't been up...
I'll look up live right now.
Yeah, I haven't been up on the Colts news.
I'm the biggest
I know
Colts fan
you had this game. I was thinking Jags at home.
Oh, yeah, Jags by 57.
Jags by 4 at home.
A minus 56.5.
I mean, they just beat the Bills. The only thing you could say is they're coming back.
He's going to miss the next 4 games. Anthony Richardson is on IR.
Gardner Minshew's no sleeper.
He ain't. Yeah, Gardner Minshew, man, he's got some meat in the pants, that's for sure.
I kind of like the Jags at home, though. I'm not often going with 4-point spread favorites at home or anything. I mean,
if the Jags would have blown out the Bills, I would have been more skeptical of a letdown game, but they did just exactly what they should have done. They caught the team that was not in London for a week off guard. took the lead and handled the game well. Like I was impressed. It was almost like a get right game for them, and I think they took advantage of it just right. So I would take Jags. I'm a spread guy. I think it's a touchdown game. I would take the -4. I like that at home against a Colts team that just they flipped quarterbacks multiple weeks now. I mean, one week it's Minshew starting, one week it's Richardson. I just feel like they kind of lack that offensive identity. You've got a running back who you just signed a bunch of money to who didn't get any carries last week. Like, there's just a bit of a. It's not drama necessarily. It's not a bunch of news, but within the team, there's just a lot of stuff flip flopping. One guy in the running back room being paid more than the other guy who's getting all the starts. Like there's a little bit of a mess going on. So give me the 4. I like it at home.
Yeah, I'm back in the same. I don't think there's much to think about. Don't overthink it.
Yep,
One of the
that's
few
exactly what this
games
is.
comfortable at home. Spread's not too much. All right, getting out of there. There's a game. This was similar to the bet I liked last week. Dolphins first half against the Giants, which got sweaty with a Tua pick 6, but he went down there, drove the field. They got a game win or a field goal at the end of the half to clinch that spread at halftime. This same bet I like here. Panthers Dolphins first half spread. I think it's at 7 and
-6.
it's at 7.5 right now, but I think you can get it down at 6 or 6.5. Yeah, you can alt it.
All right,
I think you can alt it on DraftKings or FanDuel. And yeah, Dolphins first half all day. I mean, they should absolutely beat the brakes off the Panthers.
Right.
Only thing I'm worried about is Panthers love to do garbage time touchdowns.
They do.
So if the Dolphins don't score 30, 35 points, they might not cover the spread. And it's 13.5, so I don't love it anyway. The second half spread 6.5. I almost feel like you could kind of double dip there a little bit somehow.
Yeah, get 2 fingers in it,
Yeah, one in the first, 2 in the... Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna put the first half. I'm gonna alt it to 6.5.
I don't
do that right now.
think
I'm not even
there's
waiting.
much else to say about that game. I
Don't
mean,
think about it.
Dolphins are
Tyreek
minus
Hill over 300 yards for the game.
Yeah, A-Chain's out right now. It shouldn't matter that much. The crazy thing about him is he's second in the league in rushing yards, and he has less than 40 carries. I don't know if it was 33 or 38.
Jesus,
And he averages 12 yards a run.
he's crazy, bro. He's got a fucking big old meat stick in his pants, brother.
Well, yeah, Dolphin spread. I can hear you trying to click around and get it before it gets to 8.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am.
Okay, Patriots versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Bill Belichick travels to Las Vegas to battle the former offensive coordinator and Josh McDaniels, and the battle of who wishes they still had Tom Brady. This game sucks cock. Neither team are going to the playoffs.
Raiders?
I mean, Josh McDaniels wish he had Tom Brady. He missed the
God,
whole speech.
I see.
Yeah, both teams fucking suck. They're not going to the playoffs. I wouldn't bet this game. Raiders, Jimmy G beat on the Packers last week. You could say take the 3 at home after, they beat the Packers and the Patriots got stomped by the Saints. But fuck this game.
Yeah.
If you bet this, you're just a fan of either team.
I'm not touching that shit.
And take the Raiders at home if you feel like it, but don't do it.
3 points. Yeah, no. Fuck.
Why are you betting Patriots Raiders? Get out of here.
Yeah.
Go somewhere else for that pick. Go somewhere else.
If you're in here and you're looking for something to bet this weekend, if it's your first time betting or you've been betting for 30
Don't bet
years,
on Patriots Raiders, idiot.
Don't bet on the Patriots Raiders, you dumb fuck.
It's fucking rule 1. Don't bet on Josh McDaniels.
Yeah, take it from 2 guys who
don't bet on Josh McDaniels.
Yeah, good times.
All right, Lions Bucks. This is my second most interesting matchup of the week behind Seahawks Bengals. Don't know what you get from this Bucks team. Both quarterbacks are having a resurgence. Jared Goofy Boy out there with the Lions is like the best quarterback in the league somehow.
Just about to say that.
Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield absolutely showing the Browns that they can suck his cock instead of Deshaun Watson. And quietly leading the Bucks to the top of the division, looking to win that one out. What do you think about this game?
I think I would love to suck on Baker Mayfield's cock, to be honest. Just keep it real with you, man. He's slinging that rock around, brother, and he's got some good wide receivers. I think it shows that the wide receiver talent. I don't want to take anything away from Baker, but like when you got guys that you can throw the ball to like that, which Evans did let him down. I can't remember who they were playing, but Evans let him down one game this year where he just wasn't catching things that were hitting him in the hands. Other than that, I mean, yeah, they're making Baker look good, and Baker is good enough to get the ball to them, and that's all he needs to do. So, +3 at home against the Lions team that I think people are, maybe over
Lions just
hyping.
Can get a letdown spot coming on the
this
road.
This is a letdown spot. If you're a public bettor and you just look at the slate, you see, Lions are playing the shit Buccaneers. Like, yeah, you're probably be an idiot and take Lions, or maybe I'm the idiot. We'll talk next week about that. We'll see if I'm wrong. But yeah, Buccaneers +3, give it to me. If you've got the huge horse caca, you take the 145 money line because they're just gonna fucking win it. That's how it is.
Yeah.
Buccaneers down, baby.
After teams just beat the fuck out of teams like the Lions did to the Panthers last week, you kind of go into letdown mode. Like,
yep.
And if the Bucks get up early at home, yeah, I like them to get it.
Everybody gets way too high on you.
Their defense isn't bad. The Bucks are coming off the bye, and that's usually a spot where teams are kind of fired up. Home dogs are always a good spot. Yeah, I like the Bucks +3 just based off those. I mean, they're going to be game planning for this team for a while.
Yeah, just a side note. If the Lions go out and play the Panthers close, like to any capacity where it's like a touchdown game or it comes down to the end and, Lions take win, like this is easily a -6.5, -7 spot. Or, I mean, I'm sorry. This is flip it the other way. Like this is like Buccaneers would be like a 2.5 favorite. Like this number, I just feel like it's inflated to a blowout to have the Lions coming in playing a Bucs team that hasn't looked really bad all year. Nobody's really embarrassed them. The Eagles won by a couple scores, but that's about it. So
yeah, I'd argue that was
to be an underdog at home against a Lions team that hasn't done anything that crazy. It's just a reaction to the game last week.
Yep, I think the Bucks saw one of the Eagles' best games all year, so it's like that +3.
I remember now. That was the game where Evans was dropping multiple passes that Baker was sitting in the hands with. So that could have been a way different game.
All right, move over there. Cardinals, Rams, the battle of former Kurt Warner teams. I don't bet on Cardinals games. I don't. Josh Dobbs is regressing.
He is.
The Cardinals are down to their third string running back. The Rams are -3.5 first half. Sean, if you like coaching battles of Sean McVay and that offense, it's scripted plays, that's what they're usually good at. Rams, I mean, when they played the Colts too, right? They had like no second half offense. So I would say if you want something on this, get the Rams early halftime. 3.5, and then just I think that should be good, but I don't like this game that much.
I mean, I assume you have other examples, but just playing devil's advocate, I think Stafford was banged up in the second half against the Colts. But I don't know their other games. They might have had other.
It's just a typical Rams game. Watch them score 24 and then let every team come back. And then Stafford throws a game-losing interception in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. I mean, they've been better than I expected this year. They have pleasantly surprised. I mean, I had them listed a little higher than most other people. People were surprised when I wasn't at the beginning of the year, but, they're starting to even out. But there's only one question I've got for you when it comes to this game, B, and that's, you got fire in your belly?
Fire in your gut?
Yeah, fire in your gut.
Did you take the bus? Did you?
Yeah, I did. I took the bus, man, but I don't got no fire in my
There's
belly.
no
Fuck
fire in my
Spartans.
gut. Rams minus 3.5 first half. Get
Yeah,
out of
that's a
here.
good number. I think that's a really good number. And Cooper looked
Eagles.
good coming back too. Just
Oh
like
yeah, yeah, and they got
he didn't
Cooper
look
back,
bad.
so I
So
definitely look for them in that spot.
no rust.
Eagles versus Jets. Just
What you think?
another game I don't like that much. Jets offensive line's pretty weak. Eagles good front. This is a primetime game in New York. I think the Eagles will cover the spread, kind
I
of.
do too. I'm on this spread. The Jets didn't look that good against Denver Broncos, to be honest with you. And the Broncos are a team that the Bears put up 4 touchdowns on in like the first half. So,
Yeah, I'm not
I
going to be
was
surprised.
underwhelmed by the Jets. I knew I had them winning against the Broncos, but it was not. It didn't go how I thought it should. So I'm on Eagles here. The -7's a great spot. We can get it 6.5. Take it.
That's what I'm not going to be surprised if it goes to 8.5 instead of to 6.5.
Mhm. Money will be coming in on the Eagles once the public sits down today, tomorrow, Saturday to make their bets. Money's going to be coming in.
That's
So
what
this
I'm think
number's
I'm
going
going
to
to
move.
live check that spread right now. Moving on there though for to the
Yeah,
end
we'll
of
jump down
the
to the Bills here. Get finished
end of
up.
the Sunday slate. What are you thinking for the G-men and the Bills? This is a
Man,
terrible number.
yeah, you don't mess with this spread. I'm a spreads guy, and you just don't touch it. It's not worth. I mean, Josh Allen blows out bad teams. That's common, but you don't take more than 2 touchdowns unless you're just completely filled with brain rot. There's no value in this game. There's no value in the spread. There's obviously no value in the money line. If you want anything, I mean, maybe if there's a number out there for any defensive player in the Bills sacks, I would look at it and take it because there's gonna be sacks. You just got to pick the right guy. There could be value there, but otherwise, I just don't mess with this game. It's garbage. It's garbage shit. I can't even believe they're putting this on Sunday Night Football. It's a
Yeah,
fucking
this is
travesty.
trash. The Giants finally
It's the
play.
Giants off Sunday night.
They
Man.
finally play a game in New York for once. The Bills.
Unlucky for them.
The
I wouldn't
Bills
want
are
to play in front of my
coming
fans.
back from London. You never know what that flight back's. Your team's down. They're playing. That's why I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they'll win, but like I don't. Yeah, if they'll cover 20 or whatever, who knows if the dumbass Giants get lucky, a couple touchdowns. 14.5's huge. The halftime spread's even massive. I think it's 9.5 or so.
Holy fuck.
Which I almost would feel
There's just
comfortable
nothing
with
there.
because the Giants are so their only touchdown in the first half has came on a pick six, and that was from the goal line. So I mean they probably won't score any points the first half, but I just not comfortable with anything in that game.
No.
Stefan Diggs over on yards is
Even
80 or something like that. It's not
Yeah.
too bad if you like look at that. I just don't love anything there.
No, it's shit. Don't watch it. Go watch baseball or something else. Fuck that.
All right, to end the slate Monday night, Cowgirls and the Chargers. Battle of two coaches.
Chargers.
Which coach wants to be fired worse? Who's going to lose more in big games? Will Mike McCarthy choke it? Will the Chargers coach choke it? In this game, I went with the good old back the home dog. I'm on the Chargers.
Really? I think I'd take the -2.5.
Chargers coming off a bye. I don't like Dak Prescott. Yeah, I'll take them coming off the bye at home, and they've had a lot of time to get ready.
Give me the under, man.
Oh, under 51. That sounds great.
That's a big number, dude. Give me the under. I don't mean these.
I don't know. They sling the ball.
They do kind of fucking throw that thing on a rope, don't they?
They sling it around there a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I would be on the opposite. I'd take this -2.5 spread for the Cowboys, so I think they'd win this by field goal. I think they're a better team.
Be on the Chargers money line here. I think not even the spread.
Yeah, I could get beat by the home team, but I'd feel okay taking -2.5 on the boys coming back. Get a little get right spot after you kind of got embarrassed. A little fire in their gut, you know.
I'm looking for more embarrassment.
We'll see. We'll see then.
All right, getting out of there. What we got? About 3 minutes till kickoff in this one. Got my
Yes.
Isaiah Pacheco over
Time to
receiving
watch
in.
baseball.
Phillies, Braves on.
Woo! Phillies.
All right, get you some no-run innings in after somebody scores.
Hell yeah.
All right, plus money, baby. That's week 6. Pork
Peace out,
chopping,
y'all.
pork chopping hoagie signing out.
Mhm.